What's up, Brandon?
Hey, Dr. John, how are you?
Good, man. What's up?
Okay, so my question today, I guess, is a little twofold. So I have an 8-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old daughter. My 8-year-old's from a previous relationship, and I'm struggling with getting the same level of, I don't know if intimacy or affection is the right word between the two girls. I was around a lot more for my second than my first, and I'm struggling to get the same level of attachment to my first that I have with my second.
Oof. Can I be super honest with you in this call? Is that cool, man?
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to be very nice. Is that okay? I'll be nice. I'll be as
That's
kind as
fine.
I can. I'll be kind, not nice. Where were you with the first kid?
So I was in a mix of going back to school and joining the military.
Okay. And how old was your 8-year-old? How old was she? It was he or she?
It's a she.
How old was she when you started going back to school and joined the military?
So I was midway through my first year when she was born. So
Okay.
I wasn't really around for the first 2 years.
Why'd you choose that?
I think I had told myself at the time that it was because I wanted to put myself in a position to be able to support my family.
But I had a full-time job as a dean of students at a law school, and I was a full-time doctoral student when my daughter was born. Like, where were you?
In all honesty, looking back on it, I have a feeling that it was more of...
No feelings. Just talk straight to me, man.
Well, at the time I was 18, so I feel like I was running away from the situation more than and using it as an excuse to not have to be there at first.
Excellent. How old are you now?
28.
Okay. You got to forgive your 18-year-old self. Was that the right thing to do? Absolutely not. Were you a kid? Yes. I think every time you look at that girl, you get haunted by what 18, 19, and 20-year-old you didn't do, and then you went and joined the military, which is good, but man, you missed your whole kid's life. And it's not that 8-year-old's job to bring you intimacy like a cuddly 2-year-old's going to. You're the dad. You're the adult. It's your job to connect with that kid. Okay? If you get nothing else from this phone call, brother, you got to let the 18-year-old off the hook. He's 18-year-old. It's done is done. And you cannot expect that 8-year-old to come to you. It has to be in reverse. Okay?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
I have an 8-year-old daughter that really struggles with me too. And the part I didn't finish about what I said about when she was born, being a full-time employee and a full-time doctoral student, is I let my studies get in the way too, except I was in my 30s. Okay? And it haunts me. And I cannot blame my daughter for that, and you can't blame yours. Okay?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay. Exhale on that for a second. You have a 2-year-old now?
Yeah.
If you could go back and do it over again with your 8-year-old, what would you do differently?
I'd be there from the start.
Okay. Then let's start being there right now. What's custody look like?
It's week by week. So this is my week with her.
Week on, week off. All right. When you say you struggle with intimacy with her, what does that mean? Does she not want to be around you? Does she just want to hug you? Or when you hug her, it just feels not right? Like, tell me what that means.
So it's so I make an attempt to every Sunday, me and her just go out and spend a couple hours together, just the two of us. And she loves being around me, and I love being around her. It's just I can tell the feeling. I don't know. It's just different. It's not.
You're a guy she knows. You're not dad, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You have to forgive you. If every time you see that sweet little girl, you think of your own failure, she's going to feel that and she's going to spend her whole life trying to solve that problem. Do you have a place where you could take her out in Niagara Falls?
Yeah.
Like a crummy. My son and I ate breakfast inside of a gas station in rural Tennessee this morning. He had biscuits and gravy. I mean, he literally took 4 years off his life with the biscuits and gravy thing he had today. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be. It'd be awesome if it could be, if you can afford it and all that, but it doesn't have to be fancy. But once a week is her special morning that you wake up early. I cut my workout short this morning. Like, you figure it out. And it's breakfast day. It could be Tuesday. It could be Wednesday. It could be whenever day. Okay?
Okay.
I want you to have a weekly, once a week dance night where you turn the music on too loud. And I know you have a 2-year-old. The 2-year-old can just watch. And I want y'all just to fling around for a couple of songs. If you're like me, I can only last a few songs because I'm so out of shape. Actually, I'm in pretty good shape. I just can't dance like that. I want you to flim around with this little girl, okay?
Okay.
And let her know, dance night, what song do you want to listen to? And you get a song and she gets a song. That way you can teach her what real good music is. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
And then maybe this is like a within reason, but like a yes day. Maybe Sunday afternoon is your yes day. And of course, it's within reason. And the first couple of times, see if she catches on. When she says, "Can we go?" You go, "Yep." And then go, "Can I get a yep?" And here's what we're doing. We're not trying to bribe her. We're not trying to poison her with junk food or anything like that. I just want her, when she thinks of dad, her shoulders to drop. And you're probably like most men, and you're trying to make up the missed time with a bunch of life lessons and a bunch of look like this and dress like this and don't do that. We don't need that right now, okay? She needs her dad. Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fair.
Can you do those 3 things?
I can absolutely do those 3 things.
All right, I got one more for you. That's going to be the worst one of all.
Okay.
Every night she stays with you, when she goes to put her head on her bed, on her pillow, I want there to be a card from dad on that pillow. And it could be a funny drawing, but it has to have the words "I love you" in that thing. Dear daughter's name, I love you, Dad. Not love Dad, but I love you, Dad. And I want her to wake up when she's 18 and have 10 years of every other week's worth of letters, little notes from her dad. Okay?
Okay.
We're going to slowly build this thing back. And I want you to treat your new wife as amazing as possible so that this 8-year-old girl gets a picture of what marriage is supposed to look like and love is supposed to look like. And don't like, you're building a relationship because you're going to have some tough times in teenage years, okay? Things will be tough. And that's okay. That's part of it. But you got to forgive 18-year-old you. Can you say that out loud? I forgive myself. I forgive 18-year-old Brandon.
I can say it, but I don't know if I believe it.
All right, before this day is over, I want you to go find a mirror and put your hand in your chest. And I want you to eyeball yourself for 10 seconds. Don't say a word. And then look at yourself and drop your shoulders and say the words, "I forgive you. My daughter deserves all of us now." Because if you don't do that, you're choosing to poison the present with stuff you did in the past. I think she's done being poisoned. Fair?
Fair enough.
Okay. The path through is to forgive yourself and stop beating up Brandon for stuff 18-year-old Brandon did. We all did stupid stuff when we were 18, 19, 20. Every one of us, myself included. Thank God I didn't have a kid when I was 18. Okay?
Yeah.
If you begin to court your daughter's heart, not in a romantic way, but in a, I will always be here and I will never leave your side, you're going to find your heart along the way. Okay? She's worth that, and so are you. 28-year-old Brandon. You a good dad now to that 2-year-old?
Yeah.
How are you a good dad?
Well, it's been great being able to do bedtimes with both of them and it's been great being able to take both of them to the park. And since I work from home, I have the blessing that I get to spend every day with the 2-year-old playing games while working.
Awesome. This is what changing your family tree looks like. Most people get so wound up and covered up and weighted down with shame from crap they did in the past that they can't adjust it and make it different in the future. That's not you. Tells me you've become a man of character, and I'm proud of you. Right?
Yeah.
Do you treat that 2-year-old's mom right?
Yep.
Is she your wife? Have you married her?
Yeah, we've been married for 5 years now.
Okay, you honor that woman and take care of it? Take care of her?
Absolutely.
Awesome. You've become a man of character. That's amazing. Now let 18-year-old you off the hook. If an 18-year-old drove by your house and said something stupid and you had a hard talk with him and he's like, I'm sorry, sir, you'd forgive him, right?
Yeah.
Of course you would. Forgive Brandon. Cool?
Cool.
Go chase that 8-year-old's heart and find yours in the process. I'll say it again. She's worth it, and you're worth it too, my brother. I'm proud of you. Proud of you, man.